4 ways to get your twin flame to answer, because you would like them to continue the conversation, unblock you on Facebook, to step deeper in the relationship instead of walking away. And you hope that that is possible, because who doesn't want that? Their true twin flame is the juiciest of people for uniquely you. And you've met them and you've had a conversation and it was beautiful. And you felt a love in your heart and the attraction was so great. But somehow something got in the way. Something came up that was upsetting. Something was shocking to them, or to you, or to both. And it was hard to immediately continue the conversation because some healing was called for. And the upset resulted in that the door became closed suddenly. You never thought about that option. You thought you would be forever talking with them. But yeah, they really went the other way. They didn't answer you anymore. And that took already days, weeks, months, maybe years. And you wonder, will it ever turn around, this situation of non-communication? So let's look at 4 ways to get your twin flame to answer again, to turn the whole situation around. Because do you have that power to do something about that? Well, you are part of the union, an empowered, fully responsible part, just like them. So there's this whole, and there's you inside of it as a part of the whole. And you might stand up and become active and do something. Yeah, sounds actually logic that would need to influence the whole atmosphere inside that bubble of the union. And when it is your true twin flame, they're also part of it. So why wouldn't that influence them? Nothing is more logic than that it influences them too. Otherwise, it's not your twin flame, which doesn't need to be bad. It's just a revelation that it is not. And that means that your true twin flame is still out there waiting for you. And it will be them that will be your true partner. So don't you worry. There's always the true one out there for you. No matter if on the way you need to discover that this one was not it. That's okay too. Well, at least that's how you go to the true one, right? And the true one opens up the door for you towards your true abundance, towards the joy it is about, towards the resources that can start to flow to you, towards your true mission. That's only possible with the real twin flame. And not with a fantasy of a twin flame. That just doesn't do that. It absolutely doesn't. Maybe it brings you something. And one of the things that it will bring you is the lesson and the wisdom that will eventually make you go to your true twin flame. That happens a lot too, and that's fine. We can be grateful for the false twin flame about that. But really the true depth and the true abundance and the true divine love and joy and peace, they're all with the true twin flame. So keep on going and you'll arrive. And there they are. And now to get them to return to you, right? To return the communication to you, because who doesn't want a reciprocal relationship? We all want that. Nobody wants a one-sided relationship because it's not a relationship. So how to start that back up? Yeah, so you are part of the union. So it is very logic that you could do something, you can do something about it. Right? Otherwise, it's not your twin flame when they're not part of that union space where you are clearly a part of. So you're actually very empowered because you are part of the union, so you can influence the union space. That's the whole premise on which, well, I built my coaching business. I built the idea to talk to you about these topics. I built the idea that I can help you if you come to me behind the YouTube screen and actually step into the relationship with me and grant yourself the luxury of getting the services that I offer. All right, so let's see. I have a number one here, and that is, how do you get your twin flame to answer back to you, to return the communication again, what we all want? Now, we already established that you're part of the union, so you must have influence. And number one is actually, it is building on that, because it says, do the twin flame inner work that includes the famous turnaround. So that's how you get your twin flame to answer again. You can do something about it. And what can you do about it? Do the twin flame inner work, which is not any idea of, let's do some meditation, just a little bit of this, a little bit of, maybe we just needs a little bit of what the other person said and a little bit of, I don't know what, maybe just a little bit of journaling and a little bit of praying, and I don't know, maybe some psychological ideas, and think about it a lot, and many things. No. Sometimes these things can be good additions when you have the actual twin flame work down. Then, but only then. So, you really need to do the actual twin flame work and not all the other things, or what other people say. The actual twin flame inner work you need to do. And that includes the famous turnaround. That's true. That's true. The true twin flame inner work is actually done with a key tool. It's 4 steps. We have 4 versions of them by now. And they all have 4 steps. And you need to identify what your feelings are and then work with them. And famously, you need to turn them around. Truly turn them around. So that's like the hallmark of true twin flame inner work, that there is a turnaround in it. That's what Divine Mother told me in 2011. I took a whole bunch of time, to assure myself that was really true, what Divine Mother told me. That was actually the divine tool. It took a long time because I was kind of stubborn. And eventually I brought myself into the twin flame success, right? And then I brought my clients in the twin flame success with it too. And then it was like more than clear, that Divine Mother had been true, right, all the time. So the famous turnaround is in it. Well, we also have, part of the true twin flame inner work is the 9-point energy system, because it supports that key tool. And the rest that is like derived from that in my tool set, that are explained in my books, that are worked into my courses, e-courses, and a new course that starts on May the 1st, the Twin Flame Abundance Now group year course. You're invited. Yeah. So do the twin flame inner work that includes the famous turnaround. So that means that you might say they ended the communication. But essentially what that means is you need to be able to say, I need to do the turnaround, and then do it. So I ended the communication. I will just tell you immediately, just like that, that's what it comes down to. And you can see and research in your heart, in yourself, in your feelings, what that means to you. And that's where you repair it. 2, look into your own communication. Take responsibility for yourself. Well, I think that clarifies where we've arrived now in our discussion, isn't it? You're going to indeed look into your own communication. Are you healed there? Is that a place of coldness and pain inside of you? Then you may want to let the love flow into that place in you. That's where you are empowered to work. Do it. It's your twin flame, so it will influence them too. You take responsibility for yourself and for your part of the equation inside the union, bubble, let's say. And that influences the union bubble, and so it influences them too. You can do that. You do that. That's number 2. A way to get your twin flame to answer you again. 3, make sure you subscribe to a place where the harmonious union energy is given. Yeah, because you can try to do all this twin flame inner work. Go to look up on my website and in our Facebook group called Your Abundance how the key tool functions, what are the 4 steps. Try to do them for yourself, write it down, start to feel it, start to do it. But if you don't do it in the embrace of a place where there is the harmonious union energy, then you might still miss the mark and not get the results you're aiming for to get your twin flame to answer. So please make sure to actually step behind the screen and come closer. Step into the actual world of my school, my Twin Flame School, my coaching. Avail yourself of those services. Maybe you want to start to come to the Facebook group called Your Abundance. Maybe you want to start to become a Patreon member actively. And then you grow deeper and you grow into more. You get thirsty and hungry for more. And then you get into private coaching, and maybe you step into the group year course Abundance Now, Twin Flame Abundance Now, that opens on May the 1st. So you start to make sure that you actually do it in relationship with a place where the harmonious union energy is. Otherwise, you might just be doing it too alone, and it is difficult to actually make come true this promise. 4, don't try to make them answer you, but instead focus on exuding the whole union energy fully yourself. Well, and isn't that the epitome of taking responsibility? You stand up, you heal yourself, you take responsibility for your side of the union equation, and it must influence them too. Don't try to manipulate them. Stop doing that. Don't try to manipulate them to answer you back. give them space. Exude peace after you first healed your inner place. And then, from that peaceful result that you exude from your own heart, they will come back. I promise you.